romancing King Khan has been every actress's dream and also many a fan outside. But he's playing your shrink in the film. Doesn't get better than this because he's giving you love lessons. So is he going to be your new 4 a.m. friend?
Actually, he can because he doesn't sleep. So I can call him at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and I know he will pick up because he doesn't sleep. But I don't think he wants to really solve my life issues.
No, I can.
You can?
4 बजे मैं कुछ भी solve कर सकता हूँ.
And also, we had Ja Simran Jeele Apni Zindagi. Now we have, you're telling Kaira, Jeele Apni Zindagi. So what life lessons are you giving her?
Actually, more than life lessons, the story is about a character called Kaira, who's going through different phases of life, within one phase of life, different ups and downs within one phase of life, which happens to most of us. It's not only age bound or gender bound. I think it happens, kabhi na kabhi ye sab baatein kabhi hamari zindagi mein hoti hain. Sometimes, and I think especially for ladies, I may be wrong, it's important someone who just gives them a good listen, not give them a solution. I believe in that when you are talking to a woman, you're not to solve her problems. A woman doesn't want her problem solved. She's capable of doing them better than any man in the world. She just needs a good listen. And of course, I'm playing a counselor or a shrink or a whatever, guy with the couch. But I think the character-wise, Jahangir is just someone who doesn't judge her. I think that's what a girl needs or a woman needs. Doesn't tell her what to do. I think that's what a woman needs. Doesn't question her that, oh, you are like this because you do that. It's all right. And when she, as a matter of fact, been pressurized by world around her, like women are, turns around and says, do you think I'm like this? He says, no, not at all. I think you're beautiful. So I think that's what a woman needs. So I come into her life and kind of let her feel that all that a woman says or does in this modern world or world since whenever is absolutely the right way to be. There is nothing wrong in being a woman or a girl or in a man's world, which unfortunately is true. So I think that's what I do for her. And yeah, certain bits of relationship and issues she has, they get resolved because somebody gives her a good listen.
So basically, he's the guy after your own heart, every woman's heart. Basically, Jahangir Khan is that kind of a man.
I mean, everybody is going to be wanting a Jahangir Khan after basically they see the film. That's what I believe.
And I'm available 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Absolutely, ladies. And also, when I'd spoken to you last, you said you were blessed and excited that you were getting opportunities like these. But everyone does get nervous in front of him. I'm till date told that I look really starstruck when I'm interviewing him. Well, that's the case. So what was the first shot like for you? Were you nervous or were you just cool?
So there was some time build up that I knew that we were going to work together, and it kept getting pushed and everything. And luckily, I think we kind of got an opportunity to work together during the Filmfare Awards. We did like a gig.
Yeah, gig is okay.
Gig, no?
Yeah.
A gig together.
You're using very young words. Huh?
Yeah.
Good.
On stage. And being on stage is like a different ballgame altogether. You have to be like, you have to improvise, and you have to be like, and he is like, he kills it at the awards. Kills it now.
Kills it, cool.
That's his zone. So I got to do that. So that little bit broke the ice. We rehearsed, we spent some time together and that and all. So I got a vibe of how it is to work with him or be around him. And then, of course, we had the scenes. I was nervous, but I think also nervousness for me as a person is very good because I think I perform better when I'm nervous. I genuinely feel that way because I'm trying harder. Not harder, but I'm more earnest, I feel. But he also makes it a point to make you feel comfortable if he feels like you are getting nervous. And I don't really think we had that issue after a couple of hours. We were fine.
And also, you starred in Bhatt Saab's Chahat opposite her sister. She was all of 3 then. But do those 2 decades amount for anything now? That was 20 years ago in 1996, and she was 3 then.
It's very strange for me to say it, and I don't say it in any which way to apologize for my age. I really don't feel
because as you said, you would also be acting with her daughter. Because as you said, now, my co-stars ke bachcho ke saath bhi main kaam karunga, and you'll continue to doing so.
Absolutely, goes without saying. There's no question. I'm only working with her so that I can work with her daughter. Bete ke saath kaam karunga. But my thing is, I've never thought of it like this. To me, see, I don't want to sound wrong. First, an actor is an actor. Has nothing to do with his or her own age. I don't calibrate them like that. that oh ये junior है इसके साथ मैं patronizing बनूँ या इससे ज़्यादा जानता हूँ या इससे कम जानता हूँ. And to top it, a woman is a woman. It's never been, oh, is she, like a lot of people tell me, because I think I play romantic roles, oh, he's romancing girls half his age. 1/3 my age I'll romance. 1/4 my age I'll romance. As long as it's love, you know, it has no age, it has no stage. Not that in this film I'm romancing her, but as an actor, I have never felt this, oh, she was a 3-year-old and I don't treat my 3-year-old like a 3-year-old. Why would I treat a 23-year-old who I've seen 3 years old 20 years ago? So I don't have those issues at all. But yes, I'll be warm, I'll be compassionate, because her family's been like that with me. And besides that too, she's a wonderful person to be warm and compassionate to. You know, she's sweet, she's talented, she's energetic, she's dignified, and extremely, extremely, you know, what I like is respectful, without making a show of respect. So I think it's really nice to work with an actor of her caliber and her way of being.
So let me ask you, we'll start with Dear Alia. Have you been the dumpy or the dumper when it comes to...
The dumpies I've heard for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be young.
I've been both, yeah. I've been both. I've been the dumpy. Mostly I've been the dumper, but I've been the dumpy also.
And your...
I pick up all the dumped.
And Dear Alia, your most cruel breakup line.
My most cruel breakup,
breakup
as the one I've used or has been used on me?
The one you've used.
I'm not very cruel, yeah, when it comes to breakups. I'm an emotional person.
Can I say the most cruel breakup line?
Please do.
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah, that's the most stupidest breakup.
And it's very cruel also. It's very
you,
cruel.
it's me.
It's so patronizing.
Yeah.
It's not you, it's me.
And we can't, you know, ask him these questions because he's been loyal to one person for like more than half his life now. You wooed the lady.
Oh yeah.
So this doesn't work on you. And also, Dear Alia, in real life, one romantic advice you would want from the king of romance. Not what she wants here, but in real life, what is that one advice that you would want to take from her?
I think I would take inspiration from his longevity. Longevity
Longevity is good, yeah.
Longevity, the way of his relationship and how he just knew it was it.
So what advice would you give to everybody? Because these days when relationships are like instant coffee and, you know.
You know, I'll be very honest. I mean, I could give advice. I've been fortunate. But I think the only thing I always say is, it's very difficult to do it, but to give space in relationship. Allow each other space. Very difficult to do it. I can't do it myself. So the credit goes to my family, wife, everyone. They gave me space. And secondly, it's very difficult to give advice if you're a public figure like me, because I genuinely don't belong to anyone. It is a difficult situation to be in, to be a spouse, a girlfriend, boyfriend of a public figure. Even if you are a public figure yourself, you know, because genuinely, and my life does not belong to my people anymore. You know, I'm shared a lot more, and so would hers be, and every public figure. So it's a difficult space to sit here and give advice, knowing fully well that it doesn't really apply similarly to everyone who's not a public figure. It's very difficult.
You think somewhere you lose your real self for both of you, because your lives are not somewhere your own, because you're shared by fans and, you know, people who adore you. Sometimes do you feel there's a disconnect?
I don't. I'm just used to it. And I also believe somewhere my family thinks I was made to be this. I was chosen to be this. I am this. And in my personal life, I'm a very simple, unobtrusive, troubleless kind of guy. I'm a difficult man to live with. I'm a difficult person to be with. I've got my own emotional and complexes and inferior ones. I am a difficult person to be with. I may not seem like that outside. So full marks to everybody who's stuck around with me. But no, I don't have this issue. This is me. I just, it's public, private, everything mixed together. I don't know who I am.
What about you?
I don't know. I don't give it that much thought. I don't give anything that much thought, actually. Most of the things.
Should be. Anyway. Yeah. So now we have Dear King Khan, since you're advising her on heartbreak. Let us ask you about some other characters. My most favorite character that you played was Sunil in Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na. Now, what advice would you give Sunil sitting here? Because this movie is also set in Goa. We also had young Sunil in Goa, lost, heartbroken. What advice now would you give him?
He was beautiful, I think.
Yeah, no advice.
No advice at all. He goes to the girl and tells her, मैं तुमसे बहुत 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 प्यार करता हूँ, मैं तुम्हें बहुत खुश रखूँगा, और मैं दिखने में ठीक नहीं हूँ, मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, but the one thing I can offer you is love. I don't think you can advise Sunil. और वो लड़की के घर में खिड़की से जाता, दरवाजे से नहीं जाता. I mean, how much more can you? You can't teach a man like him anything, and he's so happy. He's so happy. You know, उसमें एक scene था film में, which is one of my favorite scenes ever in the history of mankind. Last scene था जब उसकी अंगूठी गुम जाती है, and the scene was actually written, आंखों में आंसू होठों में मुस्कान, that he turns around and says, अंगूठी मिल गई, and he kind of sacrifices his love for Deepak and Suchitra. But I couldn't do it, and every time वो अंगूठी गुम जाती, he says नहीं मिली, because he thought अगर वो शायद अंगूठी गुम जाए तो शादी रुक जाएगी. So I think that is a different level of love. I wouldn't be able to. I would take advice from Sunil.
Yeah.
Most endearing character of yours and my most favorite film. Ranbir Kapoor's character in Ae Dil Hai Mushkil, what advice would Jahangir Khan give him? Because he's also...
I think I did give it to him already in the film. Unfortunately, I've not had the time because of Dear Zindagi and Race to really sit down and watch the film. And I'll catch up with it. But I think जब मैं फिल्म में एक तरफा प्यार की ताकत कुछ और होती है, जिससे तुम सबसे ज़्यादा प्यार करते हो, उसी की ज़रूरत नहीं होती ज़िंदगी में. ऐसा हो सकता है कि कोई प्यार. Yeah, I think... I know it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. Is a sad thing, but yeah, एक तरफा प्यार की ताकत बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. I believe that. I truly believe that. It's not just a movie line.
It's not easy for the faint-hearted, sir. You need to have a very, very strong heart.
As a matter of fact, sometimes there is no choice.
Yeah.
So you just have to love one-sided. Yeah.
Have you been through that phase, that ek tarfa pyar, that has weighed you down?
I would not say. I don't know.
मेरा एंजेलिना जोली का एक तरफा प्यार.
I don't know. It's too early for me to know.